Greetings and salutations. I am the Raven, and I am going to talk about Batman Arkham City, sequel to Arkham Asylum, which I have not played. I only really picked up Arkham City because I know Arkham Asylum is a good game. I played the demo for City. I liked it. It was on sale for Steam, and since the comparison site basically told me my sister could play it and handle it well enough, I forked out and bought it on the deal. I bought everything. So what do I have to say about it? This is a good game. A little lacking in some areas, but still, it's a good game. We get an entire city to play around in. It's sandbox territory governed by an overall storyline, as they usually do, with side missions along the way. Batman develops his abilities through leveling up through experience and picking up new gadgets along the way. We have a second character to play with, as opposed to Asylum, in the form of Catwoman, who they really do play for the sexuality in it. I'm going for this in the whole Isabel from Dragon Age thing, where it's played as a mannerism to throw people off that they underestimate her. So, moving on to the first thing, which is combat. Combat in Arkham City, as it is with Arkham Asylum, is brilliant. It's free-flowing, it's easy to get into. There's only so many buttons you have to tap, but still it takes some skill and learning to get really behind it. I have not really mastered it because there's so many different combinations to pull off that I can't do yet, and probably never will, because it's quite some interesting finger placements. And am I glad I got the 360 Xbox controller to play with, because the third party controller I got doesn't register with it. Typical. And of course, combat along the way gets increasingly more difficult. It begins to get more difficult with those you're fighting who are started equipped with knives, guns, shields, even body armor, and towards the end, shock sticks, where you have to redevelop your own strategies to take them down. You can jump in combinations. You basically jump from one person to the next, knocking them down, or just break it down to different combinations components to knock the harder opponents down. Because sometimes you are facing mobs the size of 16, I think, or at least a good 10, and you'll have to be careful managing your combinations of your attacks and your gadgets to give you the best possible chance. It's free-flowing, it's adaptable, and if you're getting knocked down, it's not because it's game's fault, it's because you are not pulling out the punches you need to. Batman and Catwoman play differently. Catwoman is more agile, and while she doesn't seem to hit as hard, she still seems to be got a leaf edge to her, where she's more athletic. We seem to play bits with Harlequin's Revenge, where we get to play Robin, which is a sort of mid-stage. And for all the characters, they have their own set of devices to be using. Well, Robin has his fair share that shares with Batman, but he still gets his own toys to play with. And throughout this, we have a set of boss battles to go with. My particular favourite of boss battles is the freeze battle, because where you're thinking, oh, you got this one, you basically learn to trap, and then you just notice, oh hey, trying to pull it out for a second time, oh hey, he's frozen the buttons, basically allowing you to shock him again. So no, you can't do that again, and you're forced to scan him. And it's revealed you've got 9 different ways to take him down, and you only need to use 5 of them, because each time you knock him down with a certain way or combination, he will adapt to it. And pretty much nearly every character who appeared in Asylum reappears in City, except for the Scarecrow. He does not reappear. We get Killer Croc showing up in the sewers again. We don't fight him. Well, as far as I know, you don't fight him again. We've got a few new faces. We had the Riddler as ever. leaving behind these trophies for you to win, and bloody hell, he's left a lot of them. And they tie into his own little submission where you had to rescue hostages that you had rescued from Harley Quinn's men before, only for the Riddler to have taken them, and now you have to solve 80 of his riddles before you can move on to rescuing one hostage. I think this is one of the side missions I won't be able to complete because some of those trophies are down near impossible for me to unlock and get at. Some of the side missions are odd in fact they merely serve as to add a bit more fluff to Batman's world. We have Azrael showing up, playing the prophet of what is to come. We have Bane making a return where he's basically teaming up with Batman to recover containers of Titan that were left over from Asylum. Although the story is dealing with the Joker and his hunt for a cure because of what Titan has done to him. He's poisoned him. And in his possible final laugh, he has poisoned the Batman and so many others using his blood. And he is forcing the Batman to solve that riddle to get a cure for that. And for that he needs Freeze. And to get to Freeze he needs to go to the museum which is owned by Penguin. And he ain't gonna let him go easily. The story is engaging. The combat is nice. There's so much going on in Psychos. It will keep you going for a long time. I completed the main game in about 15 hours. Probably more because I screwed up so many times. And dear God, I hate the enclosed rooms with the guys armed with the guns. Even more so when we deal with snipers. Ugh. We get more forces being revealed because basically we've got Ra's al Ghul appearing with his daughter Talia, whose design I find are you playing her up for sexuality just like Catwoman was? As we point out for the designs, they're a bit more doll-like in that they're missing details what everyone else has got, even when I'm playing on lowest settings. Some gorgeous graphics, but the girls don't seem to be same for the level of details going on. And then Talia's fate seems for someone who's so capable of just taking down to suffer fate so easily. Yeah. For those who know Asylum and for the final boss battle, that's not a boss battle. Every boss battle in City is a boss battle. Even the final one, where Joker's hidden truth, his secret is revealed. We get boss battles against Solomon Grundy, Freeze, and a few others, all adding up to a rich experience, and are revealed to one achievement, where it just shows that Hugo Strange, the one who has set up Arkham City as a new home for Gotham's criminal elements since Arkham Asylum was shut down, is a dirty player. He's up to something, and you will learn towards the end just what he's up to, what he believes he's capable of doing, and just who's stalking him. And the real bit of dirty playing is he plays on the fact that he knows who Batman is. And the key moment from his past, there's an achievement for unlocking, for finding a particular area. And I was summing up with the name of the achievement is Paying Your Respects. And you know anything about the history of Batman, you will know what this is. The few moments that are lacking other than the female design is Catwoman's moment is she doesn't really do much in terms of the main story. After you complete the main story, it comes to unlock. The real sandbox mode becomes unlocked where you can switch between Batman and Catwoman, where you're going around collecting achievements, collecting the trophies, and you need both to do it. Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC is nice enough in itself. You're playing two different characters. You're playing the Batman, you're playing Robin. You still got these same old achievements going on. popping balloons and doing things in certain orders, taking down so many bad guys in such ways. Again, it's a nice piece of DLC. It plays on from the end events of the main game. So, if I say, what would I say to the game? If you think it's interesting, if you enjoyed Arkham Asylum and you're not sure about City, get it. If you like the game, or like the look of the game, get it. Especially if Steam's not having another sale, because I got it for just £5, and it's a steal for a game this good. This is a good game, and if you enjoy the particular type, I may point out a comparison to Devil May Cry, which is a spectacle fighter. Batman Arkham City is not a spectacle fighter, it's a brawler. Batman is a lot more fragile than Dante will ever be, and guns will be undoing if you're not careful. Lads, mobs will be your undoing if you're not careful. I don't think this is a game of 100%, but I still give it a hard try if it means you have to cheat and just look at walkthroughs. This is a good game with a few lacking areas, namely coming to Catwoman's areas being too short, certain character designs and all that lot. But still, give it a go if you like the look of it. Give it a go if you like Batman. Give it a go if you like brawlers, because this has a good combat system to it. 2 thumbs up for the Raven on Arkham City. P.S. I've just remembered a few issues I had when I learned of them via the Steam forums, and that is relating to the DRM behind the game that has so many people put off. 1, it requires games for Windows Live, which you need if you want to actually save your game. First time round, I lost 2 hours worth of gameplay because I didn't realise that, and thus had to get myself a Games for Windows Live account. I would rather the system use Steam's cloud saving or save to the desktop, but no. You need Games for Windows Live if you're going to play the PC version. That's annoying, to say the least. However, the really annoying thing is another piece of DRM that's in place, which apparently limits the amount of times you can actually download and install the game. From what I hear, you can only do it twice. And should anything happen to your system, that's tweaks system boxes, as far as I know, it's a case of forget it, you've lost that reinstall, so you've only got so many left. This is the sort of DRM that seriously puts people off and puts such a black mark on the PC gaming market. Arkham City is a brilliant game, but unfortunately it's stuck down by some serious DRM. There is the bit about you need Steam running to have it going, but still, I can live with Steam running in the background. I can play Steam games with Steam offline, but still, games for Windows Live and Shockram or whatever the thing's called, that is where the issue is drawn, where so many people just says, no, sod this. These are the real major factors that knock against Arkham City. So, if that doesn't bother you, yes, give the game a try. If it does, well, you're not going to touch it anyway. So, until next time, take care, people.